is your wish card you wish you could own? Maybe it's a very expensive card. Put it in the comments below. Try to see if I can find you some budget replacements for those cards. And welcome to MTG Thrifty Thursdays, budget replacements for Commander staples. And today we're going to show you one that is definitely a CEDH staple card, but it also does see some play in normal casual Commander. It's not a bad card. And we're going to look at some lands. We're kind of transitioning over to some lands. We might splash some of you guys' stuff in as we do it. And so we're going to go to a land. So let's take a look at this land here. The land is Gemstone Caverns, which is a land you want to have in your opening hand and not be the first player. So typically this is why you're supposed to do like turn order first. So that way when you draw, before you do mulligans and stuff, so you can be like, do I keep or not? Because you don't want to keep this for first player. There's always one, because basically you get rid of it and then you discard a land card, and you begin the game with a Gemstone Caverns to play. If you do remove a card in your hand, any card, typically it's a land, but any card in your hand, and you can tap for any color, or just cast colorless if you don't. But it's not a bad card. It's it's not a cheap card either, so it is definitely a card that a lot of people are looking to get or want, and it is really good in a lot of decks and things like that, especially if you have the tendency to be first player, you want it to be in your hand. So let's take a look at the budget replacement here. The replacement is Gemstone Mine. So Gemstone Mine enters the battlefield with 3 mining counters on it, and you tap it, remove a mining counter, add 1 mana color. Here's the nice thing. It doesn't have to be in your opening hand. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have a color, so any color you need. Now it does, if it runs out of the 3, you do have to sacrifice it. But hey, here's the thing. If you have ways of getting stuff back from your graveyard, it's great. On top of it, if you have ways of adding counters to stuff and adding those and changing those counters and stuff like those, you could also, if you play like or someone plays Yavimaya or Urborg, you could just tap it for that, a swamp or a tree, I almost called it a tree, a forest. You could tap it for green or black or whatever. Blood Moon is your friend in this one too, because then you don't have to remove the mining counter, but it is nice. There's definitely a huge price. This is, I think, like less than $1, or maybe it's $1 or $2. And it's a good card, especially if you have like graveyard scenarios where you can bring stuff back from your graveyard, or like, was it Yuma? I think the newest creator who wants stuff hitting the like lands hitting the graveyard to trigger stuff, and then you can bring back lands from the graveyard and stuff like that. So there are some different things in this, but this is your budget replacement here. And let me know your comments below. You've got some cards you're looking for budget replacements for. We'd love to add them. Let me know what you think of the series so far, and maybe some cards we can add to it, or maybe suggestions you have. We'd love to hear. And well, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, we'll see you next time.